there's a balancing that's happening in your life right now. And you might be experiencing this with everything that you're experiencing in your physical world. There's like this recalibration, realignment, rebalancing that's happening. It's because you're balancing out your energies inside of yourself. Even though you might be feeling, really peaceful, there's still this sense of, I don't know how to put it. It's not like juggling. It's not like the seesaw effect that's happening. It's not neutral so much. It's still this balancing out that's happening. This it's almost like what I'm seeing is like the pendulum is swinging, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Not in a negative way. It's just a balancing out that's happening, especially with regards to the emotions. The emotions are balancing out so that it is reaching this neutral place. Not that you don't have emotions, but it's like the extremes that were being felt is balancing out, and it's getting calmer. So where there was this kind of like extreme energy of feeling one thing one day and feeling the next thing the next day, it's really balancing out and calming, and you're seeing that in your actual physical life as well. The balancing out, the recalibration that's happening. So I want to change this channel for you. So I also feel like more is going to become clear is what I'm hearing, with regards to just overall energy in your life. More is going to become clear. So where you're seeking clarity, it's like don't seek for it, just ask for it, and it's being given to you. I feel like there's this energy of like ego that's coming in, and I feel like sometimes you reach for that clarity, or sometimes you try to overanalyze it, but it's being given to you. There's no need to reach for it. There's no need to force it. Everything comes to you in its time whenever it's needed. So just keep allowing yourself to just go with the flow of whatever is being received or whatever needs to happen. Sometimes things have to be experienced in order to receive that clarity. Sometimes you have to play it out, so to speak, in your physical experience, instead of just transmuting it so that you don't experience it, because we are here in the physical form in order to experience it. So I feel like it's like everything that you have been experiencing, everything that you have been going through, everything that you have been understanding, it's all balancing out in this same energy that I'm getting. It's all this recalibration, like, so that your journey is going to feel calmer, your journey is going to feel more peaceful. There's still going to be experiences that are necessary for you for your soul growth. It's almost like what I'm hearing is contracted, like, so you're contracted to certain experiences, but your choice, your creation is whether those experiences are difficult or peaceful, whether they bring challenges or joy. So that's what you create, but those experiences are still necessary for you because there are lessons that are involved in that. So again, don't try to force it. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to analyze it. Just allow yourself to experience it. That's the point of the journey, is the experience. So don't try to bypass the experience, is what I'm hearing. Especially when it comes to spiritual nature, especially when it comes to like your spiritual work. Don't try to bypass it through energy work or through healing work. Part of the healing work is the experience itself and the lessons that are derived from that. It's almost like they want to, like, I'm asking, like, does this affect her union? And they're saying yes, because it's union with yourself. It's union with God. So, of course, this is affecting the union, because the most important thing is your union with yourself and your union with God. Because that is where your twin flame union resides. Your twin flame union doesn't reside anywhere outside of yourself. It doesn't reside in the mission. It doesn't reside in the healing work. It doesn't reside in the service work. It doesn't reside in the community. It doesn't reside in the connection. It resides in all of it. But the root is your connection to God. What they're actually showing me is a tree, and those are the branches of the tree. But the root is your connection to God. And you and your twin flame are that same root. You and your twin flame are that same tree trunk. And from it stems the branches of service work, healing, community. But the root is your connection to God. That one did a little dance. Did you see that? Oh my gosh, yes, integration. Exactly. The frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourselves, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in a balanced symphony of life. That balance energy that I was getting, the integration energy, is almost like the pendulum is still kind of swinging for you, where you're learning how to balance all of these various aspects, where you're learning how to really integrate all of these various aspects. But the root, again, narrowing down, integrating the root, the feeling of that connection to God, that not just the feeling of it, but the active connection to God's source, really rooting down into that and feeling that connection. And the more you feel that connection, that is enlightenment. Your connection to God is enlightenment, and everything else is just the branches of that. So integration here, that's what's happening. This balancing out, this recalibration is integration, really rooting down into it, cementing into it, anchoring into it is a better word.